What is going on, guys? DragonTamerBlayde here, back with some more Elder Scrolls Legends, and I threw together, I guess you'll see the list in a second, threw together kind of a mid-range Battlemage list I wanted to try out. I think with all of the Altar Assassin on the ladder at the moment, I wanted to try something out that has a decent amount of support removal. So the 3 Belligerent Giants and the 3 Douchnik Jarl Archers, we got a solid amount of support removal, and then from there just kind of threw in some decent cards. We actually have a somewhat decent amount of prophecies in this deck, I think. It's like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, something like that. 15 prophecies sounds about right. So it's a decent amount. It's also just a decent, I think it's a decent, mildly aggressive deck in general. This is mid-range spell sword. I don't really know how our matchup is. I haven't played any games with this deck yet. I'm kind of just figuring things out myself. So we'll see how things go. I'm hoping it's a decent deck. I don't think it'll be a great deck in general, but I think in the current meta with everyone pushing support mage and altar assassin, I think this deck could have a little bit of success if we run into those opponents a decent amount. And we'll see if I wind up being correct with that or not. I don't know. Let's just lay this guy down. He doesn't get executed. I'm only playing 2 Jarls because I think 3 would be a little too clunky. So we wound up going 2 Jarls and 1 Garnag instead of 3 Jarls. And I also don't know if 3 Belligerent Giants is the right answer as well. This mid-range, or this kind of end of the curve part is what I'm thinking about. It's still up in the air. I still don't even know if I want to play the Underworld Vigilantes. I just figured it's some good reach, just in case we need a little bit more at the end of the game. The Pyromancers were mostly in here for matchups against tokens. Other than that, I don't think they're that great in general. And Mage Slayer is just a good 2-drop that doesn't die to any firebolts or stuff like that. So this looks like it could be Dragon Spell Sword, so I want to take that out before he gets any little tokens from it. We can resume attacking next turn. We've got Douchnik that we can get out there. Jarl looks like we should have a decent chance of triggering. Let's go ahead and attack first, and then we'll probably lay down the Daggerfall Mage.
Your blood will spill.
As long as I draw breath.
I think I'm going to put the Mage in the right lane on the off chance he's playing Arrowstorm. The fact that he didn't have any turn 3 play leads me to believe that he's probably playing a heavier deck. We'll see how true that winds up being. Hallowed Death Priest is going to transform our Jarl. Oh no, it's going to transform our Belligerent Giant. That actually might wind up being better for us, actually. Where do I want to go with this? I could play Mummy plus Morgul.
Sheol take you. Your blood will spill.
Let's
go with this first.
As long as I draw breath.
As long as we don't hit a Javelin, or as long as he doesn't have a Javelin, that'll trade with the Mummy as well, but it also pushes the most damage. And next turn we'll be able to play the Jarl if we want. If not, Pyromancer plus something else, but Pyromancer isn't looking like the play. But I think we're doing a pretty good job of beating him down quickly. If that's his best play, it's not the worst thing for us. Edict? No, it's a Devour. Okay. So some dragon in his hand has Ward now. Okay.
Your blood will spill.
Let's push our damage. Play our Jarl. We'll restock a little bit. We'll pull a Blood Dragon and a Belligerent Giant. This could be key next turn, especially if he decides to go face. But we also have, with the Lightning Bolt, potential for lethal next turn. We have lethal on board, but you have to assume he's going to kill something. At least one thing. And if part of his plan is to Javelin something else, we should be able to get enough stuff on board to answer. I'm continuing to split lanes just in case he's playing a Dawn's Wrath. But I think we're in a pretty good spot right now. This is a slower spell sword. Didn't really get much of his dragon synergy going, so I think we kind of lucked out in that scenario. The Guard Dragon?
At the ready.
No, Emperor's Blade. Okay.
Ride them down.
So we can get him down to 6. I think I'm going to save the Belligerent Giant and go Earthbone Spinner to get rid of his healing. Hit this. Hit this. And then we'll Pyro his Death Priest away. And we have lethal from hand. Almost lethal with the Douchnik. I think this gives us the best opportunity to win. Blocks his healing as well. And I want to save the Giant for possibly something bigger. Even if he plays a Dragon, the Giant buff his Cliffside Lookout. We're fine. Like I said, we're at 30 and we have so much stuff on board. This is definitely where this deck wants to be, though, is playing from ahead. We want to kind of push ahead early and just kind of ride that throughout the game. Because obviously there's no healing. There's a little bit of reach.
So little time.
That's fine. That's already half of his Magicka right there. He hasn't done anything yet. And that'll be the game.
Go no further.
A fine battle.
I bow to your.
And that's the game. Alright, so it looked pretty good in game 1. Let's get a second game and see how that goes. But I like the way it's looking. Let's go for game 2. Let's see. Cridion playing Warrior. We'll see if it's Orc Warrior. It's a pretty common Warrior set. Against Orcs, I like Harpy and Firebolt in our opener. We drew 2 of our Prophecies in our opening hand, which isn't as good. But we still have a pretty reactive hand here. Wardcrafter is a pretty good 2-drop. I mean, let's put it out here just to take control of the field lane. It'll make 2-drop Orc a less great play, especially if he tries to play the Ravager. Then we could just Firebolt or Harpy it. We don't even know if it's necessarily Orcs yet, but I'm trying to be ready for Orcs. Okay, we got a second Mystic Dragon, so we're just drawing all of our Prophecies. I don't want to just play a Tempo Harpy. That's not that great. Next turn we can ring out a Mystic Dragon. I think that's what we'll do. Just ring out a Mystic Dragon. I'm not going to swing with this just yet. If he wants to Earthbone it, that's fine. But I'd rather double trade and keep everything on the board alive. That was a very good Dark Guardian for him. We can go for another Mystic Dragon next turn if he plays nothing else that we have to worry about. But this is going to be a pretty good test for us. I don't think we're in as good of a position early on as we were last game. What's he got going on over here? Could be playing a Enchanted Plate, try and draw. Interesting. Okay, so the best thing we can do right now, I think, let's do this, hit this, we'll hit that, and then clear that. It was kind of costly card-wise, but I wanted to keep the biggest damage I could on the board. I still don't know what he's playing.
The Nords must take back Sky.
It doesn't tell me much more, but he will be able to clear that, which is fine. See if he has something else to play. He does not.
I'll kill you where you stand.
We'll just get a Blood Dragon out. Excellent on curve. I would not mind a turn 6 Jarl. Only because we're ahead, obviously. Skyborn Dragon. I've never seen that played before, but that was a perfect time for it. We've got an Earthbone Spinner in hand, so I'll go face. Just lay down a Mystic Dragon. Again, gonna keep the Harpies in hand. We're kind of whittling him down slowly. That Skyborn Dragon was nuts. I'm gonna play a Spine of Elder's Blood here. I'm gonna ramp a little bit. Alright, so now we need to stay ready for the possible Rage.
I'll kill you where you stand.
I don't necessarily want to play the Morgul just yet. I think I'm going to keep this stuff in hand. This can set up some good trades, and worst case scenario, I can use it next turn to start being more aggressive.
Let's make the ancestors proud.
Alright, so he's going to get an item for that. I have no idea what's going on with this deck. Night Mother now. Okay. Is that U-Shield created by this guy? I don't think so. I think he's just playing U-Shield. Okay. So, I think we go Earthbone to get rid of the guard. Let's go Morgul.
Let nothing through.
We'll push damage now. Just in case he has rage, I'm gonna shackle that so that he can't try and rage for multiple things. If he has a rapid shot, if he raged, he would get 2 items there. I don't know. We're getting close to lethal, so I'm just trying to keep as much damage on the board as I can. And the fact that he's playing Night Mother is kind of screaming rage to me.
Let's see your fighting stance. Let's make the
Having another one of those in hand was probably best case scenario for him. Okay.
Careful there, friend. The day is mine.
I mean, this plays into rage a little bit, but we're kind of going all in here. If he wants to go face twice, he cracks a rune. He has no lane change effects in these colors, besides maybe grappling hook, but that moves my guys, not him. So, best thing he could do here would be play like a Mighty Ally plus a Rage.
Do not travel this way.
Let's make the ancestors proud.
Okay, so we'll get another item. Alright, if we attack with these 3 guys, we have Lightning Bolt lethal. We still have Lightning Bolt lethal, but he's going to get another item. He's getting some great value from these guys. Alright, that was best case scenario for him. He pulled a guard from that. Belligerent Giant would be amazing here. Another Earthbone would be good. Firebolt doesn't quite do it, but it can clear this.
The day is mine.
Alright, so now we're top decking. Hopefully he'll crack a rune for us. Maybe hit a Lucky Prophecy. Unfortunately, all these items he has ready to go puts us at a little bit of a disadvantage. World Eater's Eyrie? Holy crap.
Let's make the ancestors proud.
That's kind of scary, man. I think he's going for the 10-10 Swiftwing Dragon kind of thing. I would have loved the Douchnik Y'all there, but that's probably the next best thing right now. Ward Crafter, Protector of the Innocent.
We'll see how they like someone who fights back.
I don't necessarily think he's playing Rage anymore. He still could be. I don't know. The Night Mother tells me he's trying to run Rage. Okay. Is he running Bone Bow? Or did he generate that too? Nope, he generated that. He's gotten some pretty sick luck with these items.
Do not travel this way.
But then again, he's also gotten a bunch, so it's hard not to get what you need. We have almost lethal with these guys. Okay. I would love a Belligerent Giant. A Earthbone would also be pretty solid. He's got to just be playing this, right? Yeah. He's gotten all in on this guy. If we just get it... There we go.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
Ride them down.
I was going to say, he's been going all in on this one guy. Alright, now this puts us in potential lethal for a couple different ways. I think he's just going to keep fishing for luck with his items. We'll see if that goes through for him.
Let's make the ancestors
He's at 12, actually. 13, so he's pretty close to getting this going. Got lethal on the board right here. Not anymore, actually. He's praying for the Night Mother win. We need Ancano. We need Lightning Bolt. We need not Skaven. Ancano, Lightning Bolt, or Vigilante would do it for us. Not Mystic Dragon. He can get 2 more kills this turn.
The day is mine.
I wanted to trade into that. Just so he doesn't have potential for 2 more. I don't know. Probably should have went face, I think.
You must be cleansed.
Okay. That was timely. Biggest worry here is a drain life. There's the drain life. There's the lightning bolt now. Just gonna try and push him the rest of the way. I think we need a belligerent giant and a douchnik y'all. Now we extra need a belligerent giant.
Let's make the ancestors proud.
Unfortunately, even if I get a giant, I need to go for destroying Night Mother first. Actually, I don't need to do it just yet. So I can't take 16 to the face. It's got 10, 14, 21 here. So I guess another drain life would do it. He can get to 18 with his Night Mother this turn. And if he has another silence, he can get to 19.
Let's make the ancestors proud.
That would have been great for him. It's unfortunate that he milled that, but he still could have the Swiftwing Dragon. Or silence. He has a lot of things that gets him out of this. Another guard also does it. Another amazing pull from his thing. Alright, so we need a douchnik y'all.
I smell blood on the
Actually, it doesn't matter. I think we just lose now. Unless we get Prophecy, Lightning Bolt, and something else. Yeah, that's a good game.
A fine battle.
That was some pretty outrageous items luck he got. The Legion Shield, the Dragon Priest Mask.
Mother of mud.
I think that thing has breakthrough anyway.
Close ranks, let nothing through.
I don't think it matters.
Display.
A fine battle.
Yeah, either way, he hit us for everything. Alright, well, that was an interesting match. I guess we shouldn't have let the Battlefield Scroungers go unanswered, but I didn't think that he could get exactly the items he needed every time. But that with Night Mother put together was pretty great, and we only drew one of our 6 support removals all game, so that was a little crappy. But hey, I still think this deck has potential. I think we're possibly onto something, and how often are you going to run into Night Mother items warrior on the ladder? So I think that was kind of just getting caught off guard there. But you live and you learn, and that was a really cool deck by our opponent. It was super cool. It's refreshing to see people using new things. But that's going to be it for now, guys. As always, thank you all very, very much for watching. I'm DragonTamerBlayde, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.